Oh my god, so I'm actually off today. For like the first time I don't have anything to do. So I decided to just dedicate today as an art vlogging day. I'm gonna go drop off a painting I did this morning actually. So I'm right here, ready to be handed over, and then I'll come back and we can hang out in my studio. Real quick before I have to turn this in, I did want to show y'all what I was working on, what I did this morning. It was a commissioned painting or commissioned portrait that I did for a friend. She asked for me to do the blue eye and a butterfly, and so I just did them in the background a little bit. I decided to go with a pink background. I was debating at first whether I should do a white background, because I was like, a white background would look pretty cool with the evil eyes, but I decided to go with a pink because I feel like that's a pretty neutral color, and I also really like the contrast it makes with the blue, so I was like, why not? And then she did ask for a butterfly, and instead of making it two-dimensional like I normally do, I decided I wanted to do it 3D, because at first when I was thinking about just doing it 2D, I don't know, it just wasn't fitting. Like, I felt like there was just too much blue going on, and then another blue butterfly. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, so I decided to just do a three-dimensional one, and it turned out pretty cool. So I finally made it back home. Let's see what we have here. Oh, I already have one. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me kind of a safari. I don't really know what I was going for, but let's see what we can do with it. So this is what I ended up doing. It took me maybe 5 minutes, could have been less. But yeah, I mean, it's just something that I found in my watercolor sketchbook. I don't really remember what I was going for, but it just reminded me of a safari, and like, you know, the water, the reflection. I don't really have anything in mind to do right now, so I think I'm just gonna be finding random things to do, and let's see what I come up with. So before we get started, I just wanted to show y'all this super cool kit that I found at Walmart. I know that it was less than 15 bucks. I can't remember exactly how much, but it's super inexpensive, and it comes with the watercolor brush included, which all you gotta do is just fill it up with water and squeeze it as you go. And it also comes with this sponge, which is great to wipe off the excess paint and excess water. And it also comes with a really good assortment of colors as well. You got your warm tones, your cool tones, and you even have black, white, and brown, which I think is really cool. So I don't really have an idea of what I want to paint. I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow and let the colors guide me. I'm thinking a landscape, more than likely, because it is giving me sunset vibes. Probably a mountain or a beach. So sometimes when I don't have a project or a commission to do, and I'm stuck and out of ideas, I still feel the need to release and have something artistic to do. So a lot of times I'll just play with colors and let the brush guide me. I mean, it doesn't always turn out what I want it to be, like right now. So I actually ended up taking a small break because I got really frustrated from this artist block, and I had a mini tantrum. I ripped some pages out of my sketchbook, and you know, I almost called it a day. But I don't know, one thing I like to do whenever I get like this is I really like to draw eyes. I don't know why, it's kind of like my comfort thing to draw, and I'm not exactly sure how I feel about how it turned out, but I do know that it made me feel a lot better, and I think that's all that matters at the end of the day, because I didn't give up, and instead, you know, I found something to do with myself. So I hope you guys like it. And that's the other thing about art, is that it doesn't always look perfect and it doesn't always come out pretty, but it translates your emotions, you know, without you realizing. Sometimes you end up translating what you're feeling on paper, and I just think that's so cool that you're able to turn something that you're feeling into a picture, you know. I just think that's so cool. Like, you see here, it's kind of heading towards a dark theme, and it's just like, oh my god, like I can feel her frustration. And it did start out like that. As you can see here, I'm using a lot of dark tones. I going with like the earthy tones on the eye, you know, and I'm going in with that black on top. But then the more I painted, the calmer I started to feel, and you can see that as I start to use the blue, you can see the transition of frustration to serenity. And I ended up just finding the balance, you know, finding the balance of frustration and serenity, and it ended up turning into kind of a midnight nature sort of painting. You'll see here in a moment that it just brought me to this place in my mind. It brought me to this place where I'm like just outside with nature, just being one with nature outside at midnight, you know, seeing like the stars and the trees, and just feeling the cool air hitting me, and I'm just there existing with nature and releasing it into that midnight atmosphere. And I don't know, I just, whenever I paint and I'm doing stuff like this, I literally transport to another world in my mind. I'm not just focusing on what I'm painting, I'm literally living in this painting, in this vision in my head. I'm living in that vision, you know, and I just think that's so amazing. And I don't even realize it till I'm done. And once I'm done, I'm like, oh snap, I'm just sitting here in my studio, but the whole time I felt like I was in this place, you know. I felt all the energy, and I felt all of the vibrations, and it's just amazing, you know. And I'm so happy that you guys are able to see this and experience this with me, you know. So because it is watercolor, it did end up running and smudging, but it's okay because my mission was accomplished. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up because it is past midnight and I'm actually pretty tired. I've been at this art thing all day, and yeah, but I would love to keep making videos, so if y'all would just comment below what you guys would like to see from me, what questions y'all have, anything really, and you know, I'll make sure to include that in my next video. But thank you so much. I will see you guys soon.